Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On third down, Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Set. 30 days.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
Oh, Devin forced the fumble so hard.
And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Is he gone?
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a
ran
great
down
return here
though.
gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Hey, man, you have seen that.
So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0.
Dude would have seen that history if I didn't get in.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 20.
in the middle of the game, yeah. Stop playing.
Two-yard line.
Here we go. Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shoot up. Shoot up. Set up.
Operating from the gun. Love. The ball popped into the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Hines. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on first down. Love. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down now, Dobbins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check mark 27. Check mark. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Love. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked.
Come on,
but instead they'll keep it on second
like
down.
Very, very highly potential.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Let's go. Rush in. Echo.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, I'm Goose. I just gotta find out what them Dolphins got. Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, I just gotta. How we gonna go about this song?
Yeah, yo, sick with it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You got to drop that line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Whip. Watch the whip. Young lady.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
It's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
Here we go, son. Red 80. Drop deep,
Darnold from the red zone now. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Trying to get that Brady, man. Yes, sir.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negatively.
Under pressure now, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Whoever get the Rams, going to use that tackle. No problem. Bro, what's good with my guy, man? What's going on for him? Who? You know what I'm talking about, that man on defense.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Darnold. Now the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, let's get in that home. Check 99. Check 99.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. Hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The fact you don't even know that, I don't even know.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch out.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Who you got again? The Jets?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Off play action. Love. Flushed out right.
See, you don't want to be where you switch teams to 85 times.
Finds a man on the crossing route. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Right.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
No, I ain't trading shit.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
What's the reason?
Control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Oh, yeah, we're only getting Brady.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Potential has got to be built up a little bit.
So one play,
everybody, all my
already
linebackers and corners is all second-year players or rookies.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's
you ain't even wait,
okay. Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right.
Coach.
It's going to be bad for him because he got everybody over there.
Who's in his team?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
My bad. What you got going on defense, though? That's what I'm trying to say.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position, maybe. Turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
You're gonna have to, boy.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run again with Hines, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
53 is the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hines. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready? Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a give right side. Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Checks it. Check hot. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the slant. Mike 20, Mike 20. Flat.
From the gun, Love. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Mike 20. Charlie. Let's put that team on the puck. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Yeah, he'll find Hall. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Looking to throw. Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Move. 4 down. Check. I got 11.
2nd and long. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike 20.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold down to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Check. Fresno. Jim.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll come out in the pistol. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Oh,
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Squeeze, get in there.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Nobody's
Forced out to his
right.
left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I was gonna beat the shit up there, man. Trying to hurt you there. What's it called? I don't know, man. That league's so, like, weird, man. You alive, boy. You alive, boy. That's how niggas coming. Shit, I want to pull the best of the best at the best.